Hey, welcome back. This is part two of that Hennessy cognac thing I was telling you about. I got reading further on the bottle, and it says consumption of alcoholic beverages impairs your ability to drive a car or to operate machinery, and it may cause health problems. Well, that ain't altogether true either. Let me tell you a story. About 8 years ago, I left the club where I was at on the dance floor, having a good time with this lady. And evidently, the guy at the bar that wasn't having a good time dancing with the lady didn't like the fact that I was. And I think he probably called the police and told them when I left the bar and said I was driving under the influence or whatever. But anyhow, I was going down uh, Mercury Boulevard, not Mercury, I'm sorry, Warwick Boulevard, and up around Mentsville. There's a police officer pulled in behind me, turned his lights on. I pulled over and stopped. And as soon as I rolled the window down, he walks up and says, "I smell alcohol. You been drinking?" I said, "Well, I guess if you smell alcohol, I probably was drinking, yeah." He said, "How much you had?" I said, "I don't know. I don't count my beers. Well, I bought a few. Somebody else bought me a few. I had a few." So he gave me the sobriety test and all that. And he told me, he said, "You know why I pulled you over?" I said, "Well, when you first stopped me, you told me that some motorcycle guy said I almost ran him off the road." He said, "No, I pulled you over because you didn't give a turn signal when you changed lanes." I said, "Oh, okay." I said, "Sir, do you realize this is a 1995 Chevrolet Astro van? I only have turn signals. I don't have lane change signals. If I'm turning left, I'll give a left turn signal. If I'm turning right, I'll give a right turn signal. But if I'm changing lanes, I don't have a lane change signal to give." He said, "Okay." So he got me down to the magistrate's office, and the magistrate asked him, says, "Well, how was his driving?" He said, "His driving great. I mean, he stayed in his lane. He wasn't swerving or nothing. Wasn't speeding. Wasn't under the speed limit." Magistrate says, "Well, why'd you stop him?" He said, "I stopped him because he changed lanes and he didn't give a signal." And the magistrate says, "Okay." He says, "How did he do on the sobriety test?" He said, "Well, he failed a sobriety test. He couldn't stand on one foot and count backwards to whatever number it was." And I told the magistrate, I said, "Magistrate," I said, "Sir, you can stop me next week in the middle of the day or whenever, and I can't do that, drinking or not." Magistrate said, "Yeah, I know. Everybody says that." I said, "Well, try it." And the magistrate sort of laughed. And then the officer told him about what I said about I didn't have a lane change signal on my van. And he laughed about that. I figured, well, I'm going to get out pretty good because they're laughing about everything. But heck no, they socked me up, put me in jail for the night. Beautiful. People, I don't want to go through that again. I mean, that was my first offense ever for anything, and they treated me like a common freaking criminal. The only thing that saved me a little bit of money when they gave me the breathalyzer test inside the jail. The machine messed up, and I had to do it again. And when it come time to go to court, I told him, I said, "I want the breathalyzer operator and the paperwork for the machine the last time it was calibrated, brought before the judge." And so they dropped the breathalyzer. They said, we're not going to give you that. We're going to drop it. Because that would have cost me 5 days in a prison down there, what they call a P farm. I would have had to spend 5 days down there. So they dropped that. I couldn't afford a lawyer, so they appointed a lawyer for me. People don't get an appointed lawyer. Appointed lawyers will not work for you. They will not try to help you. Because after the court and everything was over and I was found guilty of DWI, I had to pay the lawyer. Even though it was court appointed, I had to pay the lawyer. So don't get a court-appointed lawyer because they're not going to try to help you because they know if they fail, they're going to get paid. If they don't fail, they ain't going to get paid anything. So get your own lawyer. And if you change lanes, even if your car don't have a lane change signal, give a turn signal. All right? I had to sell my beloved Harley Davidson and a few other items to pay all the fines and everything that this cost me. All the embarrassment and everything. You will not catch me behind the wheel if I had one beer, one sip of beer. I will not get behind the wheel. People, be careful out there. They'll get you any way they can get you.